Yo, what up, guys? Listen, I know it is car shopping season, okay? I know everybody is stopping to shop for a car, but stop and watch this video. I want you guys to understand some things when you are shopping for an auto loan, okay? So I want to break down some terms. I want to explain to you guys the most important, valuable information you need to know before you purchase your next vehicle, okay? I know many of us can dream of driving off in that new car. Maybe you got that new promotion. Maybe you got your tax refund, whatever it may be, guys. But let me give you these tips first before you make your decision. All right, your shopping rate. Okay, you know how we say we go around and we shop, we shop, we shop. And car companies tell you, hey, if you shop for a car within 45 days, it's going to count as one inquiry. Then you check your credit report. You have so many inquiries. Um, you have so many inquiries in your credit report, but we're going to talk about the inquiries later. But first, I want to talk about the shopping rate, which is how much will it cost? How much will your new vehicle cost? That is a realistic question that you have to ask yourself. How much will my vehicle cost me over time? Okay, a lot of times you're looking at that sticker price, you're talking to the salesman, he's great at his job, and we just go ahead and just say, pit me in this car. No matter the rate, no matter the down payment, no matter the how much you got to pay in interest, no matter how high the interest is, you say put me in this car. So shopping rate, understand how much you can afford and what you are willing to pay. If you have a number, stick to that number. If your number is 20,000, stick to that 20,000. Okay, don't let them talk you into 30,000, 25,000, because it can change things depending on your financial situation, right? Secondly, gap insurance, gap insurance, gap insurance. Especially with newer vehicles, especially with more expensive vehicles. You want to get gap insurance, all right? Now, I'm going to explain what gap insurance is, but at the same time, there's so many cases, right, where people have a car, the car get into an accident, the car get repossessed due to default on payments, and they do not have gap insurance, right? So there's a balance owed. When that balance is owed, they are not. They decide they don't want to pay it. They can't afford to pay it, and then that that item is sold to a collection, and now it goes into collections onto your credit report, guys. So gap insurance, guys, is a guaranteed protection insurance. If your car is written off as a total loss or repossession, uh, the the remaining payment, the insurance will pay the difference. So the remaining balance, the remaining that you have due, okay? So let's say for a quick example, guys, we have a car, $20,000. Really quick example, car 20 grand, right? The balance on the car, we paid off, we already paid off 8,000. Now, we have a balance left of $12,000, right? Now, most companies want you to pay that balance in full. So now, with that gap insurance, it is going to cover that $12,000. Okay. Now, I want to talk about due on sale. Due on sale is exactly what it sounds like, guys. You are supposed to receive a due on sale letter if your car is repossessed or if it is sold to a collection. Now, the issue with this is that many collections go unpaid. Okay, so when those collections go unpaid, it becomes very, very dangerous to your credit score. When you have a balance that is due and that balance goes unpaid, a lot of times companies write that off as a tax write-off and then they sell the debt, okay? Now, lastly, guys, I talked about the inquiries, okay? Inquiries when it comes to pulling your credit report, trying to get you that loan. And that's why you want to go in, guys, either pre-approved already, so you don't have to deal with these inquiries. You want to go and pre-approved, right? Or you want to make sure you have your credit where you want it to be, so that way you don't have to get 10 pulls. You don't have to keep trying at 100 different banks. You are able to get that pre-approval. Now, this wasn't even on the board, guys, but in order to get that pre-approval, you want to go to your bank, right? You want to go to your lender, and you want to tell them that you are looking for a car loan. Okay, they're going to ask you, well, how much are you looking to spend on a car? You was probably already shopping. Okay, so you might say, well, I want a 2022 Impala. All right, they put up a 2022 Impala for $45,000. All right, now they check everything, check your credit, check your income. You are pre-approved for the 45 grand. Guess what? Now you get to go into the lot with that 45 grand, opposed to getting all these hits trying to figure out what lender is going to accept you, okay? Now, you want to have fair credit in order to do this, but I want you guys to notice, because a lot of times what happens is people come into a large lump sum of money. They decide they want to get a vehicle, and they don't know about things such as gap insurance. They're not paying attention to their interest rates and their shopping rates, or how much they're actually paying on their actual car. They're not paying attention to how many inquiries are on their credit report until later on, and they're trying to get approved, and then the company sees all these inquiries that have hurt their credit score, right? So let's just say one inquiry hurt your credit score 6 points. If you have 6 points times 6 inquiries, that is 36 points alone, just in inquiry. So you want to be mindful of this when buying your next vehicle, guys. Be careful. I know you're excited, but take these things into consideration. I want you guys to like, subscribe, and comment. Until my next video. Peace out.